Hello everyone, how are you guys? I am so excited to see all of you participating into this AfroGourmands Masterclass today with us. We are here live from Dakar, from the AfroGourmands studio with our chef ambassador, Chef Coco, and I'm so excited to see all of you cooking live with the chef. So as you know, today it will be all about the perfect balance between our local ingredients, our African cuisine, and European dairy products that are characterized with a very good quality and a very unique taste. So before starting doing a tour of the participant, I will let Chef Coco introduce himself. Welcome to everyone.
Hello everybody, and I am very delighted to welcome you here and very proud of being here with you. I really can't wait to spend the next few minutes and an hour and a half with you guys. You must be wondering who are those AfroGourmands who sent you this invitation for this live cooking show today. So AfroGourmands is a community of chefs, bloggers, influencers, all in all people who love food and especially African food. Our main goal is to really discover, experiment, share obviously, and inspire most importantly. We will be really spend more of our focus on enhancing our good African gastronomies by incorporating some European dairy product. And today especially we're going to be using French dairy product because France is the soil of the milk and dairy products, and those products are characterized by three different aspects. First one, it's the terroir with a very vast majority and offering of dairy product. The next, how can I say, the next the next characteristic of this product, it's really the quality. A quality which is enhanced by like 51 different PDOs, which is protected denomination of origin. We have 46 for the cheeses, 3 for the butter, and 2 for the cream. The last and most important is the taste. That unique taste of a French dairy product, which will give us as a chef that little touch and which is very important to enhance our recipes. Today I will be showing you all that in a recipe of a rack of lamb served with the bissap, which is hibiscus flower sauce, served with a millefeuille of coco yam, which will be gratinated with camembert cheese. And I really encourage you to be cooking with me at the same time. We will pace ourselves, we won't rush it, and if there is any question you ask me, and through this whole live cooking experience, I'll be giving you some tips and some, how can I say, some learning, learning tips about French dairy products. Without waiting too long, I'm going to ask Wael to really introduce the panel and take this opportunity to go and wash my hands. See you just now.
Thank you so much, Chef, for this very good introduction. I am so happy to see all of you guys. You look so beautiful. You are, like, the logistics is incredible. Thank you so much for being here. So as you know, today we are hosting 3 different schools from Nigeria. We have Crumbles Academy from Lagos. We also have Red Dish from Lagos and Red Dish from Abuja. Thank you so much, guys. During the different steps of the recipe, if you have any questions, technical questions regarding how to cook, just like raise your hand or click the hand button on the screen, and we will answer to you. If you have other questions regarding like French dairy products, or other questions for the chef, you can wait till the end because we have a 15 minutes time for question and answers. So do not hesitate to start as soon as the chef will start. so we can cook and enjoy everything together. Thank you so much, guys. So I will just make a quick check with everyone. Crumbles Academy, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, can you clap your hands, please? Make some noise. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So, Red Dish Lagos. Are you here, guys?
Yes.
Red Dish Lagos.
Yes. I can hear you.
I don't know if we can't hear you or you can't make too much noise. Clap your hands, guys. Good. And then we finish with Red Dish Abuja. Red Dish Abuja, can you hear us? Hi, guys. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much to everyone, to all the directors, the chefs who helped us being here together. Thank you so much. Chef Coco, let's start cooking.
Thank you very much, Wael. And once again, please be welcome, everybody. So today, I believe everybody have their own different ingredients. We are going to be starting with the cocoyam while we work with the rack of lamb. Everybody have the cocoyam. Let's start. We're going to start by peeling the cocoyam. I'm going to cut it from this side. And as you say, on the cocoyam, you can see I'm leaving this part unclean just because it can allow me to grab the cocoyam. You know, the cocoyam is something very slimy, if I can put it that way. And if you're peeling it, you don't have control, you might really hurt yourself. So please be careful while you're doing this. And make sure you remove these little dots that always appear on the cocoyam, the black ones. You can remove that with your knife. There you go. Make sure we don't have any not nice looking part. Okay, this will be enough for me as a cocoyam. I don't need more than this. I'm going to clean my working surface. And as I say, we're going to go step by step. Every time I'll be asking you if I should wait for you or you are ready to continue. And I'll be asking also the back office to show me if I can have a look of how everybody is doing. Reddish Lagos. I don't see anything happening there. Are you just watching or you are cooking with me?
We're cooking with you.
Sorry? Reddish Lagos, can you hear me?
We are cooking with you.
You are cooking with me. Also, you were done already with the... Wow, great stuff. Okay. So, I'm going to slice this piece of cocoyam with the mandolin to allow me to have regular cuts of cocoyam. Maybe I'm going to reduce, it's a bit too big. Here we go. I want thinly sliced, like if you were going to do a potato gratin, but we're doing with the cocoyam. You see how slippery it is. There you go. I think I found my speed. I'm going to use this. Yeah, much better. And this cocoyam, we're going to be cooking it in water until the water starts boiling. Then I will be adding some cream, some liquid cream. There you go. I have enough for my recipe. I'm going to add water in a small saucepan. There you go. And I will start cooking with cold water. Here we go. Here, and I won't be adding any salt because we're going to be gratinate our millefeuille with camembert. Camembert is quite a salty, strong cheese. So I'm just going to add a little bit of black pepper just to give my recipe a little kick. Okay. We are ready for our next step. I'm going to be quickly clean my working surface and come back to you. Okay. Is everybody at this point, at the same point as I am? Yes, no, I can see reddish Abuja is still slicing the cocoyam. We're going to wait a little bit for reddish Abuja. And in the meantime, I will take my rack of lamb out of my fridge to be ready to clean my rack of lamb.
Like, is it pointing to people
Okay. Okay, everybody's ready. Our next step is to clean the rack of lamb. Okay, as a cooking school student, you should know at this point how important is to be ready with our mise en place. Today we're going to be doing what in a professional restaurant you'll be asked as a task on a daily basis to be ready with your rack of lamb, because imagine if guests enter the restaurant, take a seat and ask you on the menu to do the rack of lamb. You do not have time to start cleaning, to start making the sauce. We want to be serving our guests as fast as possible, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do the mise en place of the rack of lamb, which is very important, okay? As you can see, the rack of lamb is still covered with all the meat. All the racks are still with meat. So we're going to separate the racks, the yes, sorry, not the rust, the, how do you call it, the different bones, okay? Cut them into two, and with a small knife, we're going to clean them completely. In order to show you the importance of cleaning this rack, I will leave one of them uncleaned, so at the end, we can show you how important it was to clean it. I remove as much meat as I want. Keep it here. Especially the meat on the bones, it's very important to remove it because it's not a, I don't want to call it noble piece of meat, but it's a piece of meat that cooks very, very slow. And one of the reasons I've chosen the lamb is because we have only an hour and a half maximum of cooking. And as you might know or not, the lamb is one of the type of meat that really prefers slow cooking. And in here, the rack of lamb, it's a piece of meat or a part of the lamb we can cook very quickly. Okay? I can hear my water starting to boil. So here, it's just time and patience. Clean with your knife to remove all the fat on the bones, because that's what will make it pretty and make it very, very appealing to eat. Okay, remove. It takes time, don't get me wrong, but it's very important that we do it. There you go. You see, especially at the end, when you peel it, it's really peeling off easily. The most important side is to start at the beginning, and then the rest will peel easily. You see, you start here. Remove. Don't be afraid to really scrap the bone. There you go. You see how it's peeling off easily? You can just almost pull it. There you go. But you see, that's what, by doing this is one of the tips that will make your dish look different and look more appealing compared to someone who did not pay attention. So when you do it, you have to know that this part is as important as cooking the sauce that you'll be doing at the end. So now that I can hear and see my cocoyam boiling, okay, I'm going to first skim the top side. Skim it slightly to remove all the impurity. I can actually put the heat on minimum. You can see all the impurity floating in a type of foam. Here you go. And I'm going to pour in my cream. There you go. There you go. And then now I continue the cooking on very low heat.
Chef?
Yes.
I have a question. Why did you choose to incorporate the cream, liquid cream, at this step? with the cocoyam.
Yeah, I wanted to cook it, to cook the cocoyam with cream, just to add extra moisture in the cream. And I love cooking with cream because really cream is one of those ingredients which is not only the less fatty, you know, if you cook with oil, oil is 100% fat, butter or margarine is 82%, and cream is only 30% of fat. So it's I can call it a healthier way of cooking. And on top of it, it's really going to sublime and enhance all the flavor. And in this case, it will make the cocoyam less drier. It will add some moisture in the cocoyam. Okay, almost done. So you see here, this part is really the part which have the joint. Yeah, so I'm going to cut even the joint. There you go. And on one side is done. Now I'm going to go from here to the base and bring everything on the meat side to make sure the whole part of the lamb bones are really clear. Okay.
So just for everyone who is watching us, small fact that cream is obtained by the skimming of whole cow milk. So just for everyone can know.
Yeah. Here we go. Actually, this one, it's not even attached to the meat. I'm going to cut it off. Okay. Here we go. Has everybody finished with the first one? Now I'm quickly going to do the same with the last one. Okay. Take your time, don't rush off, and not wanting to focus on the last part of the dish. You go, you see, it's really peeling off easily. There you go. Going to remove first the extra fat or piece of meat. Here we go. As I said earlier, please, if you have any question, technical question rather, at this point, do not hesitate to raise your hand, and I will be let know that there is a question, and I can immediately answer before you continue with something which is done not the way you should. Okay. Here you are. You can see my cocoyam boiling and getting ready. I'm sure it's almost ready at this point.
So, Chef,
yes.
You chose this part of the lamb because the cooking time is different than normally lamb because lamb is a long time.
Yeah, it's a type of meat that like long and slow cooking rather than something very fast. This rack of lamb will really give us enough time to be cooking with everybody during this seminar. And usually a rack of lamb meat's cooking time will be like 1 hour in the oven at 180 degrees per kilogram. Okay, so if we had, like, let's say 2 kilo that you need to put in the oven, you need to give it at least 2 hours. And also depending on the cooking temperature that you or your guests want to have. You see? And I like them to have very long bones rather than short bone, because you will see that when we'll be doing the plating, we really want to add some volume to the plate. You see, easily peeling off. Okay, I have one bone left. There you go. There you go. You see? Done on one side. Now let's clean them from top to the base. Here you go. You see, it's really, you will see this is the longest part of this cooking, but it's really the most important. We'll see the difference at the end when this bone, I will not clean it completely. I just want to show you the difference that it can make while you eating, because, you know, as we always say, you eat first with your eyes. If something is appealing to you, then you are more inclined to eat it, even if it's something that you don't know. Okay?
So, chef, can we just make a zoom on the bad one and the good one, I would say.
Okay.
Please come, the team. If you can show to the
So you
students.
see this one
is not
clean.
It's not clean.
Okay. And this one, okay, it's completely clean. Okay.
And you will see the difference.
You will see the difference at the end, as Wael is saying.
So, chef, you decided to choose this recipe. It's not really traditional, but you decided to incorporate our local ingredients in this kind of recipe. Can you explain why, please?
Exactly. That's a very pertinent question. The reason is, this is what us as AfroGourmands we do. We use our local indigenous product that we love. Okay, for example here, cocoa yam and hibiscus flower juice. And we incorporate in some European dairy product to really enhance the beauty and be creative all along. So really it's something that, as you said, this is not, how can I say, a traditional recipe, neither for European cuisine or African cuisine, but we have the basic ingredients of both different gastronomy, and we said, as AfroGourmands, how do we combine and make it the best, make the best out of it? Okay, so my rack of lamb are ready. I just want to show you something here on the plate. As you can see, you have all this. This does not and should never go to the beans. This is something that you'll be using. You have to reuse. You have the bones. You can make your own lamb stock. This meat you can incorporate with some other lamb meat if you want to grind it or mince it and make maybe patties, making some small meatballs. We really have to be focused with not wasting anything, okay? The AfroGourmand is also about zero waste because we know how much we've been wasting and we want to avoid that, okay? So all this meat, I'm going to keep it away, keep it aside. I will be using it for my other recipe to make sure I don't waste anything. And it's very, very important to make sure that we really cut our waste as professional chefs because this is a lot of money, okay? And we cannot afford to be losing money on a daily basis, okay? So my rack of lamb are ready. I'm going to clean my working surface.
Do you guys have any questions so far? Can you follow the steps? Can you follow the chef? Any questions, guys? Are you good? If you're good, please raise your thumbs. All good? All right. Crumble Academy? You all good? Perfect. And the Abuja team? Reddish Abuja? You good? Perfect.
Perfect. I like this. I'm really happy to see everybody going at the same pace as myself. So now that we have cleaned our rack of lamb, the coco yam is cooked. I've put it on the side, okay? I'm going to start doing the rack of lamb, okay? First step, the seasoning. Seasoning, be very, very easy on the salt because the whole recipe will be using some camembert, and as I said earlier, camembert is quite a salty cheese. So salt and pepper, and really the salt that we're adding here is to enhance or take out the flavor of the meat itself, okay? My pan is now hot. I'm going to add some cooking oil. Wait for the oil to be very hot. Yeah. Just make sure your cooking oil is hot, but not too hot, because what I want to do here, first step is to seal the rack of lamb. By sealing, I mean putting all the, to caramelize the outside of the meat to make sure that all the flavors and the juice of the meat stay inside and does not go into the pan and become a waste, if I can say that. Great. Really, this first experience, it's a first step. It's very important, okay? Because you can see what I'm talking about sealing. Here, you can see some blood and some taste of the lamb coming out of the bone, okay? Obviously, you can't keep everything out in, but we need to reduce as much as possible the quantity of flavor that's going out. So I'm going to seal it on each side. Okay. You can do this side and this side as well. And on all four sides, I need to make sure that my rack of lamb is well sealed. You can see it's something that goes very fast because the rack of lamb are quite small. And from here, can we see on the camera how beautiful and sealed the meat is? Yes, I can see that. There you go. And then I'm going to do it on the other side as well. This one is small enough to be cooking on each side at the same time. There we go. Nicely sealed. And then I'm going to add some extra taste by adding butter, reducing the heat, and I'm going to put some aromatic herbs. In this case, I will put some thyme and rosemary. The whole idea here is to really drizzle the meat with butter. Allow this beautiful butter to go inside. The butter has been infused, okay? Go inside the meat and add some moisture and taste in this piece of meat.
So for all the people who are joining us, just a reminder that we are currently live on Zoom, on our Instagram, on our YouTube channel, and the chef is cooking a rack of lamb basted with a bissap juice, hibiscus juice, with a yam millefeuille with camembert. So do not hesitate to follow us on our social media platforms, our YouTube channel, our Instagram, or Facebook, Les AfroGourmands, because everything we are doing is recorded and you can do it at home whenever you want. Chef, I saw that you added salted butter.
Yeah.
So butter. And I know you have a little tip in order not to burn the butter. Can you share with that?
Very good. You can see I've been cooking with butter. My butter is not burning because if you want to make sure that you do not burn the butter while you're cooking and have that very bad taste in your mouth, you have to drizzle a little bit of oil or put the butter in some oil. It will allow or it will make your butter not to burn, okay, and not to have that bad taste. Here we'll have that nutty taste of the butter. We'll have the beautiful flavors that bring the butter, and most importantly, that beautiful moisture that the butter is going to infuse the meat with.
So we have different types of butter. We have nature butter, salted butter, half salted butter, and the alternative of adding salt in your recipe is to use, for example, salted or half salted butter.
Absolutely. To use salted butter while you're cooking, obviously not when you're doing pastries, but in everything that I cook, I really try to use salted butter, which allows me as well not to use too much of the salt. So, yeah, here my rack of lamb are cooked, and I'm going to remove them from the pan and put them in a dish that will go into the oven to finish the cooking in the oven. Let me switch this off for now to make sure that everybody is with me. You can see we have two beautiful rack of lamb which are infused with that aromatic batter that I've created with rosemary and thyme. We are ready to go in the oven with this rack of lamb. Is everybody at this point? Reddish Lagos, are we at that point? Yes, great stuff. Reddish Abuja, have we cooked the rack of lamb? Yes?
Almost there.
Okay, we'll be waiting for you, don't worry.
So while we're waiting for the students to finish, can you tell us more about the butter? Like, can everything can be called butter?
No, definitely not. Butter is the name butter itself. It's something which is guided by European laws. You cannot call anything butter. Butter have to have around 82% of fat and 16% of water. You cannot just add water and call it butter. There is percentage. And the fact that the butter have very little percentage of water, 16%, will not allow the butter to mold. Okay? Because to be mold, you need the humidity which is created by butter, by water rather, and in this case we have very little, so it's almost impossible for your butter to become mold. And in butter, as you say, in the dairy product, we have 3 big PDOs of butter, which is Isigny and Bresse in France for the most well-known, and it's really something that will give you that, how can I say, that high quality and showcasing the know-how of the French, for the French
dairy products.
Dairy products, yes. Okay. I think everybody is ready now. Yes, I can see Reddish Abuja is taking the rack of lamb out. Crumbs Academy have been waiting. Great. Make sure your oven is hot. Preheat your oven at 180 degrees because we're going to be doing the gratiné side of our millefeuille in the oven and cook the lamb rack in the oven as well. I'm also going to make sure my oven is hot. Yes, it is. So we're going to start doing the sauce. I'm going to remove the extra fat that I had in my pan, but I will keep the aromatic herbs. So I'm going to add some butter. And fry my onion with butter and the aromatic herbs. You see how foaming the butter is. It's called in French, the butter is singing. The butter is telling you how happy it is to be in your pan and treated well. Onions. This is something that's going to go very quickly. I will fry my onion until they become what I call translucent. Don't burn them, okay? The maximum color you can get is golden brown. You don't want to have burnt pieces of onion because it will really alter the taste of your sauce. Here we go.
Chef, a very funny fact that I learned with AfroGourmands, because it's about learning with AfroGourmands.
Of course.
And I want to share with all the participants is that I was impressed by the fact that for 1 kilogram of butter, you need 22 liters of milk.
Absolutely. So that's why you can see the price of butter and the price of milk, although it comes from the same origin, it's completely different because it takes a lot of technique. You need first to skim
The whole milk.
full cream milk, and then to do the battage. I think it's like it's not, I don't remember the name in English, but to really beat the butter out of the cream, to separate both, and 22 liters of milk will give you just 1 kilo of butter. Here my onions are ready. You see, I don't have any burnt pieces. And I'm going to deglaze the pan in two with some lamb stock. I'm going to keep some extra lamb stock for later on. First, I'm going to deglaze with lamb stock. Before I add the bissap juice. Bissap is a hibiscus flower juice. There we go. This one I can add all of it. And then I'm going to allow my sauce to reduce while I'm going to be doing my millefeuille.
Can we have a quick look on all the screens? All right. Guys, are you okay so far? Are you okay so far?
Yes, well, okay.
Good.
Thank you. Great. While the sauce is busy reducing, I am going to do my millefeuille. You can see that the cocoyam is well cooked. You see, it can, if you try to lift it, it breaks easily rather. You see, here, very soft and breaking easily. I'm going to press the cocoyam into my individual small dish that will go into the oven, and make sure my cocoyam is well gratinated with camembert. I'm going to just let my sauce to reduce. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do just 2 of them so we can see. Here, make sure you really press nicely the cocoyam inside. I don't want to have something which is uneven when I'm going to remove the mold. I really want to have something that will be binding together. Go. I'm going to let some space for the cheese, not to put the cocoyam up to the top, because I want that cheese when it's going to melt before it starts getting gratinate. I want it to really melt and go into the cocoyam to have that mixture of French dairy product and our local ingredients. Here, see. Please, as I said earlier, if you have any question at this time, just raise your hand and I will be let know that there is someone who wants to talk to me. Okay? I'm really happy. Yeah, now I have finished my cocoyam and go. And I'm adding the rest of the lamb stock and I put the heat to the max, to the minimum, really to allow the whole mixture of bisap and lamb stock to reduce and get all the flavors from the herbs, which are rosemary and thyme.
So, Chef, I just want to show the students the aspect of your millefeuille d'igname because we can clearly see all the delicacy given by the cream.
Which camera? This one. You see here, and millefeuille in French literally means 1,000 layers or 1,000 sheets. So it's just a way of saying there are too many, we can't count them. Okay. So here you can really see that it's full of different levels of cocoyam cooked in cream. Go. You can leave some of the juice in the oven tray. Don't worry about it. It will also make sure that it doesn't burn at the bottom and keep all the flavors in it. It will seal it nicely. So now let's talk about the other star of this dish. Is everybody following me? Can I?
Chef, we have a question.
Yes.
From someone who's watching us live. How do you obtain hibiscus juice?
Oh, it's really something very easy. It's just you use this one, desiccated hibiscus flowers. Okay. We use them all over Africa, whether north, east, a little bit less in the southern part of Africa, but everybody knows hibiscus flower. I forget the name of it in Nigeria. You just boil them with the water and make a juice which is infused and will give you that little acidity on your palate that I want to have here by using in the sauce. See, are starting to have that beautiful consistency. Let's talk, as I said, about camembert. Camembert is one of the most famous cheese in France, okay? Obtained from cow milk. It really have a very soft crust. It's recognizable by its stripes and it have that little white velvet created on the crust of the cheese. It's the most renowned French cheese and one of my favorite as well. Especially I use this one because for me the pairing or the combination between lamb and any type of cheese, any day I will choose camembert to go with lamb. The marriage, if you can say it that way, it's really superb, and you're going to taste what I'm saying at the end of this live cooking when you taste what you have realized.
It's a cheese with a very strong character.
Yes.
And how do you like soften this character, incorporating it into our recipe, like mixing maybe with hibiscus? It can.
With the hibiscus, that will really reduce the strong character of the cheese, and if you don't like it, there is different level of maturation of the cheese, which is called affinage in French. But I will suggest a type of camembert which is quite young, because what we want here, it's the creaminess that will come out of it, the strong character that will be in there, and it will add some moisture in this whole millefeuille. Okay? So I'm going to cut small slices of the cheese and just put them inside my mold. And make sure it is well covered. Here you go. I'm using every little bits. No waste in my kitchen. You can really feel and smell those beautiful aroma that's coming out of the cheese. And another piece here, and this last one here.
So for those who are watching us live, the chef is using cookie cutters, but you can also use different kind of plates. Here it's for his presentation of the plate, but if you have anything that could go to the oven, you can use it.
Yeah, you can use any oven dish that will help you create a nice crust on your millefeuille. So here my millefeuille is ready to go in the oven, and I'm going to put it at the same time as a rack of lamb, okay, to make sure that everything cooked harmoniously. Okay. I'm going to make sure I put it really under the middle line where the heat is coming. Yeah. If you don't have an oven, you're more than welcome to use a salamander if you have, because everything there is cooked. Here, the purpose of having everything finished cooking in the oven, it's really not to cook. It's just the finishing part. We want to cook slowly and take some time to allow the heat to go inside of the meat. So now let's get back to our sauce. As you can see, it's really becoming thick and reduced. I am just going to add, rather to strain this in another saucepan to remove all the different piece of, it's not impurity, but the different piece of onion, the herbs, I'm going to rinse my pan to make sure that I don't leave any of the flavor. As you can see here, I still have a lot of flavor in it here. Okay? And it's useless to deglaze again with some stock. You can just use water. Okay? Because if you remember, I double deglaze with lamb stock. Here I'm ready. I'm going to make it reduce and be almost ready for the plating. I'm going to allow it to reduce a little bit. Give it some time.
Guys, do not hesitate to share your pictures with us. Send me your pictures on WhatsApp. We will share it with everyone, with the AfroGourmand community. Do not hesitate to tag us, Les AfroGourmands. And as you know, everything is recorded, so we will be broadcasting everything on our YouTube channel, Instagram, and we will post all the recipes and the videos just after we finish.
Thank you, Wael, for the reminder. And I really look forward to have a discussion with you after all this, to understand if, to make sure that everybody understood what I was doing and everybody is creating and showcasing their creativity on the plate. Because that is what we are looking for. We want you as a young chef and as a future chef in your working place to be the creative soul of the team, because it's all about creativity. Okay, I'm going to allow it to cook and reduce some more. I don't know if at this point we have any questions or everybody is following. If I can have a look at how everybody is doing there. Everybody seems calm and ready for it. Everybody ready? Yes? Red Dish Abuja, are we ready? Crumble Academy. How are you doing that side?
We're ready.
Okay, great stuff.
We're good.
Good. While we're waiting for the sauce to reduce, let me introduce you a very, very small piece of what French actually cheese can deliver. You might know that French have more than 1,200 different names of cheese, okay? All classified in 7 big families, okay? And all of them, they are, how can I say, they are grouped by law, okay, or by the different know-how of the terroir, by giving us 46 different PDOs, which is protected denomination of origins, okay? That shows you how very, very elaborate and how big the know-how of French dairy products, especially in the cheese. Here we have the camembert that I will be using, okay? We have the brie, we have the tome noir of Pyrénées, we have Emmental, Saint-Nectaire, and also the fourme d'Ambert, which is one of the different type of blue cheese.
We also have butter, and I know it's for a fact that the color of the butter depends on Can you tell us?
Yeah, so the color of the batter depends on what the cows will be eating, obviously. As you can see, it always, according to the season, have almost different color. In summer, cows will be eating more fresh grass that will have a different color than when we are in winter, when they don't have enough fresh grass. The quality and the taste will remain the same, but the look will change somehow. So now I'm starting to have a good consistency. I'm going to add some cold butter in my sauce, and I'm adding cold butter for a couple of reasons. It will add that moisturized taste, okay? It will thicken my sauce, okay? And most importantly, it will give that beautiful look of the sauce. We won't have something which is too matty, if I can say, and really it will add the taste. You can see that in my sauce I did not add any salt, rather, because I've used salted butter, and at this point I'm going to check the seasoning of my sauce. This is beautiful. I don't have to add any extra sauce. We have a sauce which is acidic a little bit, brought by the hibiscus flower, and the taste of the lamb, because I use really my homemade lamb stock, give me that beautiful quality that I am looking for. Let me have a look inside my oven to see how my millefeuille is doing. I'm really getting there. Let me taste my meat. Perfect. In the next 2 to 3 minutes, we are going to be ready for the plating. You can see my sauce getting thicker and thicker. I'm going to add some more butter. Again, I want this sauce to be creamier. The butter will actually add some creaminess in this whole beautiful sauce. You can see how thicker it's getting. It's really the reduction of the lamb stock and the bissap juice. We are almost there. I think, yeah, this is great. Let me prepare my plate. And get ready for the plating.
Chef, we have a question.
Yes.
For someone who's watching. What temperature is required to bake the millefeuille?
I would say 180 degrees. Oven have to be preheated, okay? And then after, you'll use the top side, the grill side of your oven, or as I said, if you don't have an oven, you're more than welcome to use a salamander if you have one. But your oven have to be preheated at 180 degrees.
Thank you, Chef.
Wow, my sauce is really ready, and I'm going to add now my last pieces of butter. And you see how rich my sauce is. Really, this sauce combined with the lamb and the camembert, just a match in heaven. Here you go. Allow.
So for the ones who just joined us, just a reminder that the chef is currently cooking a rack of lamb basted with a bissap juice and a yam millefeuille with camembert. And this recipe is all about the perfect balance between our local products that we are very proud of, our African cuisine, and European dairy products, especially French dairy products such as camembert that the chef is using. And these French dairy products are characterized by 3 pillars. The first one is the diversity of his terroir. The second one is the quality of all these French dairy products. And the last one is the very unique taste of these French dairy products.
Here we go, my oven off. And allow my sauce to get a little bit thicker. So while you're talking, I remove the millefeuille with the camembert from the oven. I want to show it again. You see that beautiful, beautiful caramelized camembert that you have. Keep the crust. Crust obviously of this cheese is edible, and it gives you that beautiful difference of colors and texture, which is amazing. And as you can see, the cheese have melted inside the cocoyam, and you're going to tell me at the end how beautiful this is.
Chef, I know you will be only using one. Please save one for me. It looks delicious.
Okay, I'll save this one for you.
Thank you.
Okay, but I won't save any meat for you. Don't get too excited.
So for Lagos, you can send us everything here in Dakar. We want to try what you'll be doing.
You are. You see, my consistency. Which one?
We have a question from Red Dish. They raised their hand.
Yeah.
Red Dish, we're hearing you. Red Dish Lagos.
We would like to know how many minutes to bake the gratini.
So I will say it took us less than 20 minutes, but you really have to watch it as many times as possible, like I did, because the time will depend on how thick your slices were, okay, in order to be baked in the oven. Everything here is cooked. We just want the camembert to melt and go inside the cocoyam millefeuille, and importantly to have that little crust on the top, which is made out of camembert. So the time will depend on how thick or thin you cut your slices. Okay, I think my sauce is ready. I'm going to switch off my heat and be ready for the plating. I don't know if everybody is as ready as I am at this point, but that's what we're going to be doing.
How is it going so far, guys? Crumbles Academy, are you ready, guys? Red Dish Abuja is currently cooking. Crumbles Academy?
Almost ready.
Almost there? Cool.
Almost ready. Yes, almost there.
So while we wait for everybody to be ready and waiting to plate, I want to show you the little mistake that I made on purpose. It was with this rack of lamp. I don't know which camera can see it better. Yes, this one. You see how these bones, this one here, are beautiful, okay, and immaculate, while this one, you see, you can still have a lot of meat, and you see the difference had I clean it properly. Okay? So please, you really have to understand the importance of mise en place, importance of taking time by thinking of the final product that you will be serving, because what you put on this plate as a student or a future chef, it's really have to showcase your personality and your dedication to this beautiful passion that we all have. Okay? So I'm going to start without waiting too much the plating. We have different way of plating, so mine today will slightly change, and hopefully everybody can still like it. Is everybody starting to plate? Or should I wait? Everybody starting to plate?
Guys? Are you ready to plate? Are you ready to plate, guys?
Should I wait a little bit? Crumble Academy, are we ready to plate? Reddish Lagos, ready to plate?
Ready to play.
You're almost there. Okay, so we'll be waiting a little bit.
Thank you, Chef.
We have a very, very good question.
Okay, I love that.
If I don't have camembert, what other cheese can I use?
Well, if you don't have camembert, another cheese that can go very well with lamb, for me, it's the brie cheese, which is very close, similar in texture and taste, but different origin, different appellation, different PDOs. So for me, brie, which is this one, I don't know if we have a camera that can, yeah, this one. The one which is in a triangle shape. This would be, for me, my next best option. But again, the main thing here, it's really incorporate and you serve what you like. If you don't like brie or camembert, maybe you can try. We have another 1,118 of the 1,200 different cheese you can use. So the experimentation is all yours. So I'm going to start plating. Okay. Today I will change the presentation. I'm going to put the sauce in the middle. middle of the plates. See, I keep my sauce for the millefeuille of Wael that he will eat without meat. Here, I need to show this to the camera properly. I want you to take a small knife and go inside your mold, okay? Make sure you cut it properly so when you unmold it, it doesn't stick inside. Take the tip of your knife, go under, place it in the middle. Okay? But please, you're more than welcome to be as creative as you can be. Okay? Then here, I'm going to slice my different rack of lambs. Cut the little bone here, and then I'm going to do the same here as well. So let me start on this side. There we go. And then I'm going to remove my mold. Do you see how beautiful and the sides are? Okay. And then I'm going to place my different rack of lamb around it, using a big and a small to create almost like a crown of different bones. Here we are. I am ready for my plating. Always, always make sure you have a clean surface here. Then I can garnish with some fresh herbs. Usually try to use the same type of herbs you use by cooking your dish. So here I'm going to put a piece of fresh thyme, and I'm going to extra garnish a little bit with some dried hibiscus flowers. Just do I need more? I don't think so. I really think we have a beautiful final product, which is my rack of lamb drizzled with the hibiscus flower sauce, served with the millefeuille of cocoyam, gratinade with camembert cheese. Here you are. I don't know if here we can see it differently, but you see that gold, almost the story here is the rack of lamb protecting this beautiful cheese, which is golden. Okay? Here we are, and once again, thank you very much for following. I would like now to see all the different products, the different plates that we have all created.
We have a similar question, so I will answer it directly.
Okay.
It was if we could use a different type of cheese. Again, the creativity of everyone will make you use any kind of cheese you want to use. We have a lot of French cheese because of its diversity, its terroir, so you can use any kind of cheese. The chef proposed brie, camembert, but be creative, and you can also use emmental if you want, but the chef decided to use camembert, and his second option will be brie cheese.
Absolutely.
Guys, please do not hesitate to send us the pictures on WhatsApp, to post it on your Instagram, official Instagram, to tag us, Les AfroGourmands, on Facebook, Les AfroGourmands. Everywhere you can tag us, and we will be very pleased after the masterclass to show the chef in more details how guys did you do. And I'm sure it's very, very beautiful and very nice. You were very professional during all the live, and I'm sure the chef really, really appreciate this. We can now see, look at this.
Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. How is crumble doing? Can we see your final product, please?
We're doing good. Going to take a picture of the final product now.
Okay. Reddish Lagos, can we see your final product?
We are adding finishing touch.
Okay. Okay, we'll be waiting for you, don't worry. Dish Abuja, I can see it looks beautiful. Beautiful.
I have a question.
Take pictures, guys. Take pictures.
I have a question, and the question is: we've tried making our sauce, and it's separated from the hibiscus. The butter and the hibiscus separated. So, what would be the cause of that?
Sorry, I didn't hear your question. You say you tried what?
We made the sauce, and it's separated. The butter and the hibiscus separated. So, I wanted to know what could be the cause of that.
The water and the butter separated. Okay. Was maybe your butter not cold? Was maybe the butter hot or stayed in your kitchen without being in the fridge?
Okay, it wasn't really cold. It wasn't really cold.
Maybe that's the point. It's when you finish your sauce with butter, I will always encourage you, as I put on the recipe, to have something which is cold, or even you can use frozen butter that you cut first your small cubes and then put it in the freezer to finish and just use it before serving in the sauce. Instead of having your butter around you, and it might separate as you experience.
Okay, thank
Is
you.
it still separate? Is it very separated, or just you can see some difference? Are you able to show me that?
Yes, it's very separated.
Can you show me that?
Okay.
Because I couldn't see it in the beautiful picture plate that you sent me. Ah yes, completely separated. Can I ask you one other question? That might be the cooking oil. I can see it. I can see it. That might be the cooking oil. When you, after frying your lamb, did you remove all the cooking oil that was in the pan?
Yes, we did. Yes.
You did remove?
Yes, we did. This is the butter. This is the butter.
Are you sure you use French butter? I'm just pulling your leg. No, but it's fine. I mean, it's really weird. It looks very, very oily compared to what we have here. You can even see in the pan that it's really well combined, and there isn't any separation like you have in that pot that you in that little ramekin that you showed me.
And
so another way of doing that, okay? If you had to, how can I say, make sure that you don't throw that sauce, okay? You can either add some extra butter, but make sure it's very, very cold or frozen, as I say, or you can enhance that sauce by adding a touch of very cold cream. Okay, cream will also add you to to save your sauce rather than anything. Anything cold or frozen that you can use and add in that mixture, okay, it will really make it back to a sauce consistency.
Thank you very much, Chef.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Chef, I just want to remind everyone, because there are other people that are watching us, the importance of using this French butter. That gave this texture to your sauce, because for a fact that the butter is a very long process. First, the milk is pasteurized for 15 seconds at approximately 72 degrees.
Celsius degrees.
Exactly. Then we go to the skimming stage. Then we put the butter into maturation. After that, it has to be beaten strongly, and this is called the churning. So the kneading is the final step in the butter making process. So it's a very long process, very unique savoir-faire that gives it its high quality and unique taste. And that's why all the big chefs use butter in their
That's what we love it, because we can really feel and taste the dedication and the savoir-faire in that beautiful butter that gives us that unique taste in our dishes. Everybody's ready on their side there? Okay, I see reddish Lagos. Are we ready? Reddish Lagos, we haven't seen your plate. Or was it reddish Abuja? No, it's Lagos. We haven't seen the plate of Lagos. Reddish Lagos, at what stage are we? Can someone talk to us?
Yes, we're working on it. It's a little bit too light, so we are working on it. And the cheese is in the oven. It's going to fully brown very soon. So you'll see the plate too.
Okay, because I mean, if you put the cheese when we were at the same stage, I don't know at what point you kind of wasted some time, but it should be after more than 20 minutes, it really should be ready to be served. But I would really encourage you, reddish Abuja or crumble, to really ask any question if you have. I want this session to be...
We have a question
Yes, please. Go ahead. Go ahead, Crumbles. Yes.
If I can't get the camelot cheese, is there any other cheese I can use, or is there another product I can use in place of that?
Yes, you can use, as I say, different cheese. You can use, if you don't have camembert, you're more than welcome to use the brie cheese, which I showed here before. You can see it. See, it have this very similar texture, but the size and the shape is different. You can use Emmental for anything which is baked. Emmental is also a very good combination. You can use blue cheese for the people who like blue cheese. Really here, the choice is yours. I just wanted to guide you in showing what type of cheese that I think goes very well with lamb, which is in this case was the camembert cheese.
Guys, have you finished? You're good. Crumbles, you're good. We saw your plate. It's beautiful. Congratulations. Can you show it to us, please? Oh,
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Very well done. Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
you,
you.
guys. Red Dish, Abuja or Lagos, who wants to show its plate? Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Reddish Abuja, well done. That looks beautiful, Sarah.
Please send us the pictures. Send us the pictures, please.
We are plating now. We are plating now.
Okay, perfect. So I will start the conclusion, then we'll come back to you to thank all of you for having participated into this masterclass. Really, it was a pleasure for us, les AfroGourmands. Now you are members of the AfroGourmand family, of the AfroGourmand community, which loves to talk about the perfect balance between our local ingredients on African cuisine and French dairy products. As we say, France Terre de Lait is the signature that guarantees for each liter of milk and each French dairy product its French origin, the high quality standard of the French dairy industry, and the know-how of each of its actors. France Terre de Lait is also the commitments made by the industry to promote sustainable French exports while respecting local industries and food cultures. Commitments made in particular not to compete with local dairy industries, but only to promote dairy products from French know-how and tradition. And that's very important for us to tell you this. We are very proud of being AfroGourmand and very proud to see all of you guys all dressed up, all cooking live with the chef. It's a pleasure for us. And yeah, we are very grateful for this, for all the people who were committed into this masterclass, this AfroGourmand masterclass. To make sure you don't miss anything, join the AfroGourmand community on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube pages for recipes, tips and tricks. And of course, you will find our lives there because this was one live, but we had 6 lives in total. So there are other recipes that you guys can make at your school with your chef. And if you do so, please send us pictures also. You can keep in contact with the chef via our social media.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for everything. Red Dish Lagos, before giving the last word to the chef, are you ready to show us what you did, or do you want to send this later to us?
We are showing it now.
Perfect.
We are waiting. We are waiting. Let's wait. I can see the team doing the final touch. And please remember, this is not a competition. Don't rush. Take your time, okay? We want the only thing that we want to see here, it's your creativity and how you combine our perfect, beautiful local ingredient with the European dairy product that we have.
Yes, indeed. And I must say that it has been an amazing session so far, learning about the different ways we can incorporate our local ingredients into the dishes that we have been doing. It's been an amazing session so far.
Thank you very much. It's really a pleasure, and that was the whole point of creating interaction with you guys as a student of culinary cooking school, making sure that you understand the importance that European dairy product can add in your creativity, can bring for you on a taste, and how you can balance and use them in our local different cuisines. You're really more than welcome to keep creating and obviously sharing with the AfroGourmand community on our different social media channels. Great, I see.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
ready. Let's go back to Reddish. Crumble is ready and beautiful. Can you please give us few words, Crumble?
Crumble is beautiful. We hope the taste is as good as the look. Can you give us some word to end this this masterclass? Do you want to speak with the chef?
So thank you very much, Chef Coco, for having us on this platform. It's very enlightening to see how we can incorporate our local product as well as the French product to create something as beautiful like this.
Okay, my absolute pleasure.
So thank you very much.
My absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Crumble. Abuja team, few words for the chef.
Now,
On behalf of Reddish Abuja, I'd like to thank Chef Coco and the entire AfroGourmands team for this masterclass.
Lagos is ready.
We've learned a lot, and we'd like to thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Keep creating and be creative. And hopefully I will see you next time I'm in Lagos. I'll come to visit you guys.
Oh, we can go back to Reddish Lagos now.
I think Lagos is ready. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. I like the way it looks.
And the sauce is good now. It looks good.
And the sauce is good now. Thank you very much for spending time.
Tastes amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Please send us a little bit so we can also agree on that statement that you just made.
All right, guys. So every good thing come to an end. We were very, very, very happy to have you guys. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. Again, still follow us on our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel, Les AfroGourmands. We'll keep in touch for sure. If you have any questions to the chef, just ask them on our Instagram, on our Facebook. We will be very pleased to answer. And follow us. We have many good things coming ahead. So be safe, take care, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. It was really a pleasure. See you soon.